Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness one of the best comedians that's out there for what he does. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Hughes!
Hey! Is this on? Yes, it's on. All right. Hello. All right. Yeah. All right, thanks. See you. That's all I need. You well? Yeah. Good. You went a bit weird for a minute. I was thinking, relax, I have jokes. I haven't just wandered in. Can I have a go? Oh. So let me get warmed up. I'm just getting used to gigging. I've never have a stage made of grass before. And we've been on the road for a few weeks, so we're a bit brain dead from the motorways because of the cones. You're English, you know the cones, don't you? Fucking, I wonder if there's Europeans still out there going, maybe we could go to England for a driving holiday. Could drive around and see the magical sights and the history of Britain. I'm thinking, you'll see cones, mate. Fucking Conehenge. That's what you get. Go and see Conehenge. I love the signs they have now. 67 miles of the M6 blocked off with cones, and that sign that says, "Just because you can't see us, doesn't mean we're not working." That's exactly what it doesn't fucking mean. This job is for 3,000 men. It's 67 miles. We monitored it. 67 miles of cones. It's 3,000 men should be doing this. There was 12. There was only 2 more than the people working at the Costa at Watford Gap. Right? It's fucking insane. And I flew over here, obviously from Australia. It's the only way. I said to my manager, I said, get me an aisle seat. Oh yeah. Middle. 6'4". Yeah, we've only got 27 hours to go. I spent a lot of time in the toilet. And while I was up the back near the toilet, I met this bloke. He told me he was talking to this fellow. He told me he was in the Mile High Club. So if you don't know what that is, that's when people have had sex on the toilet on the plane, right? Which I was very impressed with, yeah, because we're in economy. I have a hard enough time. Well, once I was at a music festival, right? I heard people having sex in the Portaloo. I know, madam, that's the Mile Low Club. That fucking thing is. Have you got your peg? But I was impressed with this fella because he had sex in the toilet on a economy class flight because these toilets aren't. I've had enough time getting in there by myself. I can't imagine having company. You get in there, baby. No, it's just fucking. See if I can fucking get this. You right, baby? Yeah. I'm feeling sexy too. Now I just... Oh, fuck, I should have got my cock out before I got in. I guess... It's... Well, I'm not into this public sex. I used to see this woman in the 90s, you know. She was a punk. Bisexual feminist, right? The whole package, right? But it was the 90s, you know. It was still reality still existed. You know? When punks were still kind of punks, and bisexuals were rare, you know. Just called them greedy, you know. And it was back in the days when you were still allowed to fuck feminists, right? And you still wanted to, you know, those days, right? And yeah, I like that joke too, mate. And She used to work at the goth bar, right? I used to go and pick her up after work. And to get to her apartment, you have to walk through the park, right? And she'd always stop, you know. So, Steve, do you want to fuck me in the park? No. Come on. You're so boring, you know. It'll be exciting, you know. We might get caught. Yeah, I know. I don't want to get caught. That's why I pay rent. She's like, come on, it'll be exciting. I'm like, no, it won't, because I'll be fucking you like a meerkat. You excited? I'm fucking alert. You know. I mean, it's like my mate. He comes up to me one day. You know what I did today? I went, what? He goes, I had a wank at work. I know, madam. I've never had a job that good. You know, look at all the forklifts. Fuck. There's Gary and Steve. You know, it's just. If I had a wank at work, this would be a completely different show, wouldn't it? I mean, you'd be freaking out, wouldn't it? What was the act like? A little postmodern for me. Hang on, we've got some audience locationing going on. And speaking about public displays of me and my tour manager, we were staying in London. We were at Liverpool Street the other day, getting on the tube, and they have a big sign there on the tube now. They're telling us, I didn't know if you knew this, apparently it's illegal to get your genitals out on the tube. Because I didn't know that. Years I've been jumping on the central line, whipping it fucking out. You know what I mean? Just see it, suck it, sort it. You know what I mean? It's fucking. Mind the gap, fucking not likely, right? But I don't know how to tell you people this. You grew up here. I'm sure you've been on that tube many times. I've been on there for over 20 years. I've never seen one cock. Not a tit, not an arse, not a testicle, nothing. In a quarter of a century. I saw a great side boob in the summer of 2007. I think we've got to wait. We've got some stuff going on. I saw the side boob, but nearly got me cock out. That was the punchline. But we'll throw that one away while we wait. All right. So where are we up to? Side boob. No, we've done that. Yeah. We're moving into the part where I usually go, you're a great crowd. Of course you are, because well, there's not all crowds are good, you know. I've done this 25 years and still people come out and just stare at me. And then they judge me. And they sit there and they go, this guy's not funny. And I'm like, no, I've done this for 25 years. 40 different countries. I've proved, like a scientist, I've done experiments, right? And then you lot turned up and stared at me. And sat there and went, it's not funny. I'm going, no, it's not me. It's fucking you. And then they go, well, Steve, you can't blame your audience. I'm like, well, I've done about 20,000 gigs in my life. Yes, you fucking can, right? There's some boring cunts out there, and some nights they all get together and go out, right? So, I don't know how they know one another. They're the Dutch, yeah. That's why I used to take acid in Amsterdam, so, you know, because we were trying to make the Dutch laugh. And what else been happening? The gentleman who brought me on, he said my comedy's crass. I don't think it's crass. I do swear a bit too much because I'm Australian, you know. And we grew up in the western suburbs of Sydney. Sort of convict culture. We say fuck and cunt. It just comes out. I was listening back to my shows. I was thinking, why did I put the word fucking in between the word some and thing? I could just say something. It just comes out, you know, it's Australia. Want a cup of tea? Fuck yeah. I mean, yes, that'll be it. Like it. I was at my buddy's house in Sydney one day. He's going through some legal stuff. This one even spun me out. I'm on his balcony, I'm having a cigarette, and his phone rings. He puts it on the speaker straight away. The guy on the other end of the phone just First thing I hear is, there you go, you piece of cunt. I've never even heard that one. Just a piece. Where's the rest of it? And he goes, oh, I'm all right, fuck, Lord, what have you been doing? He goes, not much, dickhead. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Well, who is that? He goes, my barrister. It fucking was. And it's also, because I have a friend here, Clive, he's probably seen his tent. Clive was kind enough to let me stay at his house last year for about a month. Clive taught me perhaps I shouldn't swear as much. Because he's a bit posh, he's out in Wiltshire, and it's a very weird part of England, Wiltshire, isn't it? You know, lots of estates and sort of, family money and military bases and crop circles. Eccentric part of England, isn't it? How are you, Monty? I'm fine, but, ring the army, I've just seen a fucking UFO. There's a geometric cosmic time vortex in the back field. Marjorie's gone to investigate. She'll be back in 3 dimensions. Right, and then... Clive's a very calm man. I think the accent helps him. Posh British accent. Things don't perturb him. I grew up in the western suburbs of Sydney. I've got a temper. I've been freaking out my whole life. I'm out there with Clive. I started to calm down. Well, things don't ruffle this guy's feathers, So, Clive, you hear? Jeremy killed his mother. Did he? Such a cad. So my whole life, I'd be freaking out. Everything's fucked. Things are fucked. Clive was like, they're not fucked, Steve. You're not fucked. You're flabbergasted. You understand? And you calm down a bit. Yeah, but this place is a shithole. No, it's ghastly. You mellow out. Yeah. But there's cunts of it. They're not cunts, Stephen. They're frightfully inappropriate. You understand? And you start to cut. I went to therapy for years, and I should have just gone and lived with Clive. People going, you freaking out, Steve? No, of course not. I'm beside myself. But if this ghastliness doesn't abate in due time, I could become frightfully inappropriate. Oh.